The reason why I mentioned the idea about the form and the substance is because we've had Muslim nations before that collapsed. The reason they collapsed is because even though they were Muslim, there was something lacking in it. And that is an appreciation that Islam is the impetus that should drive you in your actions. Look at what's happening in Palestine today. When I said to you earlier that Blinken buckled and that the humanitarian pause, after Blinken banned his State Department from using the word ceasefire, when Blinken is now talking about humanitarian pause, he buckled because the ordinary Muhammad, Sarah, Zara, and all these other different Muslims decided to tweet on social media. Those Muslims said to themselves, Ya Allah, I don't have an army. I don't have a foreign minister. I don't have a big business. I don't have lots of money, but I want to use the powers that you have given me in order to advance the cause of Islam and advance the cause of Palestine. They took one step, Allah took 10 and amplified the voice, and Blinken is now bucketing. Jalal, you sat here and you said, I want to do a Thinking Muslim podcast and I want to bring speakers to promote the Palestinian. Like to tweet about Palestine, made a difference. Everybody who commented made a difference. They forced those posts on the algorithm to go higher and higher, which reached new areas where they had never reached before, which made ordinary people who supported Israel turn around and say, I can no longer support a genocide. It is the ordinary Muslim who said, Ya Rab, I am weeping and crying about what happened in Palestine. And Ya Allah, I want to do something and I don't have the power and I don't like my rulers who aren't doing anything. Ya Allah, I'm going to do the basic of Iman. I'm going to comment on it on Twitter and I'm just going to pour my heart out. Because that person made the intention to say, Allah, all power belongs to you. I'm going to use the powers that I have. They forced 192 Congress people in Congress to vote against Israel, unprecedented. They forced Biden to tell the Israelis that the content that they're sharing on social media means I can't keep supporting the Israelis. You don't have months, you only have weeks. And if we continue, we can get that ceasefire. An ideal Muslim society is not one that is devoid of problems. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, say astaghfirullah for those who seek Allah. The angels say, Allah forgive them and wipe out their sins. For the ones for whom you wipe out their sins, they are the ones who've got the victory. Note the category, the characteristic they have given of the Muslim who gets the ultimate victory. It's not the perfect Muslim. It's not the Muslim who doesn't buckle. It's not the Muslim who doesn't despair. It's not the Muslim who doesn't weep. It's not the Muslim who is who feels they have no power. It's the Muslim who, despite their buckling, despite the fact they have no power, despite the fact that they feel like they are making mistakes, or despite their sins, when they buckle and they fall over, they get back up, they wipe themselves down, and they say, you know what, I'm going to keep going. Allah forgives those sins, and so He gives them the greatest victory. Islam, the reality is this. What made Islam great is what Islam inspired to feel despair or heartbroken. We are in the middle of a war of narratives. That's our battle at this moment in time. And we are winning that war of narratives. When Biden is changing his support for Israel or suggesting that he's going to limit support for Israel, he's not doing it because he wants to. He's doing it because we're forcing him. And that leads me as a political analyst to plead with this ummah, to plead, keep going. Don't let people tell you you're powerless. Don't let people tell you you're insignificant. Don't let people tell you it doesn't matter. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَن يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى. He who does even an atom of good deeds, Allah sees it. Allah sees an atom and He amplifies it. So when He sees the tweet, He amplifies it. When He sees the Facebook post, He amplifies it. When He sees the Instagram, He amplifies it. This in ordinary circumstances, people probably wouldn't watch the video. Inshallah, Allah will amplify it, provided our intention is about trying to pursue that.